Hey guys, just out of Super 8, Brian, Jared, Jillian, Jake couldn't make it. He was supposed to.
We never heard back from him. Actually,
He was
I may have
supposed
heard
to.
back by now.
So we talk about how when we got here and we completely fucked shit up. We walked.
guess.
Well, it was It was my thing. Like no matter what was showing, 1, 2, or 3 movies on midnight, that we'd hit all of the fucking midnights. That's why we got you going to Bridesmaids and Kung Fu Panda 2 and stuff like that. So a few times I check the AMC site and I'm like, okay, the only one, I know it's not the only thing that opens, but the only one coming out is Super 8. We all get our Super 8 tickets, and like that was the only midnight show that was listed for like a few days. I should have checked it like the last couple of days, because we go inside and it's Super 8. Yeah, we saw Super 8, and there was another midnight showing for Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer.
That's impressive that you know
that
the whole
title.
title.
It's just, yeah, no kidding.
Okay,
so
that's because
Judy.
it's because I came up with the porn version, Judy Booty and the Not Bummer Hummer. So we looked and was like, oh fuck, we don't have anyone to send to Judy Moody. And honestly, like
Jake shows up late. Guess what, Jake?
guess what you're seeing, buddy? Like, I couldn't do that to anybody. People show up like thinking they're gonna see Super 8 and then say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like I would have, like, if we were seeing something that I didn't want to see or that I could have cared less about, I would have bit the bullet. I would have been like,
Sight, take that bullet.
I would have taken the bullet. I would have been like, okay, all right, exchange it. I'll go see Judy Moody, but I really fucking want to see Super 8, so I couldn't do it. So what we're gonna do to make up for it, since, man, really, yeah, this one midnight show that we didn't send anyone to. What we're gonna do is probably tomorrow or sometime this weekend, we're gonna have a hat. We're gonna throw a bunch of names into it, and whoever the name is has to go see that fucking movie. So we got me in on it. You,
Yes.
Jared, Jake is in on it.
Ryan.
Ryan is, and Brian. So
I can already see it now. I'm going to see that goddamn movie, and then I gotta go see the Smurfs movie. Because now they're gonna have a midnight showing for sure, God damn it.
yeah.
Just picture Heather Graham naked through the entire thing.
Oh my god, I just watched Boogie
I'm
Nights.
already picturing her naked now, just in preparation.
Right.
Yeah.
Ew.
So Super 8. That was an emotional experience.
That was good.
It was awesome. The kids acted like a cross between The Sandlot and Stand By Me.
Oh
and
yeah. It was a movie with a bunch of kids in it that I like, which it's rare that I see a movie nowadays where
And
I
they
like
were
the
young,
kids.
aspiring filmmakers. Like young Bradley.
Dude, I wish when I was that kid's age, Charlie, I wish when I was that kid's age, I wish my
It's
movies
great.
looked like that. My movies didn't look like that. Jesus Christ. He has special effects. My movies,
Chester the Molester.
my movies were dick compared to this kid's stuff. Oh my god. I'm sitting there watching it like I hope they show like the kid's movie put together, because I would totally snob his movie. Like, do a special Cinema Snob episode of it. Was it The Chase?
Yeah. The Case.
The Case. That's right, The Chase was with Charlie Sheen.
By the way, I just want to real quickly add big ups to Fandango for the discount.
we got there was a glitch on Fandango, so we got to see this movie really cheap. But this is like, it's like J.J. Abrams saying like, oh man, you know what I miss? Really, really good Spielberg movies. So I'm gonna make one. Fuck it. I'm not waiting for Steven to direct one. I'm gonna fucking do it myself. Fuck, I'll even get him to produce it. Shit, I'm making my own Spielberg movie, god damn it. And holy shit, yeah, it is. I mean, when you take the CGI out of it, it looks like a old school 70s, early 80s Steven Spielberg movie.
LucasArts had a hand in it too. I saw in the credits.
Really?
I believe.
Oh, yeah. This movie's just like 1941. As much as I love that movie.
No groundhogs going.
That movie I can't. Yeah.
Anywho.
But it's got the lens flares in it. The angles of the soundtrack. Oh my
Yes.
god. You got ELO on there, Blondie.
I
My
like how
Sharona.
all the kids were excellent actors, but then when they're acting in the film, they're not great actors. In,
Oh, well,
in their
yeah.
own films.
Yeah.
Except the girl. It's
The
like
girl
she's
was
like
good.
this savant that is like first time acting, and she's fucking awesome.
Their movies, like, I think, are they making Weasels Rip My Flesh? Are they making, I forgot this
Better
movie.
than Weasels with my.
Yeah. I forget they're making a Nick Zed movie.
Well, they're making a zombie movie, and the name of the chemical plant is the Romero chemical
Romero,
plant. So I thought that was a nice nod.
I don't know. It's harder to talk
We're gonna
about a
end up
movie that
talking
you
about
like.
the kids movie more than the action movie.
it's harder to talk about a movie that you really, really like. You know, we were so used to going to see movies this summer. Aside from, you know, we like X-Men. We have plenty to talk about in that video because we were all just
kidding, yeah.
yelling at him.
So,
I'll tell you what. Here,
Wah, wah.
let me give you. I'll give you something to talk about. Actually, the Romero chemical.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the reference.
George Romero.
He made Dawn
George
of the
Romero,
Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I wouldn't
You're gonna get
advertise.
shit.
Should we talk about what you thought Clockwork Orange was?
Huh?
No, they'll hear that on the Radiodrome.
Oh, okay. Stay tuned.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
He goes, is that the one where dong? Where's my automobile?
I gotta say, going into this, I mean, with what they've had with the trailers, you know, you're thinking, okay, you're going into this is alien movie straight up. It's a very well done coming of age film.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, and I didn't really come into it with any expectations. I gotta rank this one higher than X-Men.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
would too.
it's well written.
Uh-huh.
Cinematography is great.
Yeah.
The shots, I mean, some of those shots I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's really well done. But I mean, just the fact that you don't see that a lot anymore. Well,
No.
with alien movies, it's more focused on the coming, you know, these people coming together, you know, and the little love story in there, you know,
Yeah.
and just that small town feel of people, like, these are normal people going through life. They've had tragedy, you know, there's that schism there between the two families,
Yeah.
you know, and that just coming together. I mean, it was really well done.
It had
I
a good
think.
balance between
did.
the extraterrestrial stuff and the character development.
Oh, completely. Because they're still, even well after that crash, they're still making their movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're like, oh man, we got production value. Oh shit, we got soldiers running around
That
here.
was mint.
Let's
That
get
was
this shit in the
mint.
background.
Oh man, that catchphrase, the
That was
mint,
mint.
was
Yeah.
like
At the time.
that's a drinking game right there. Drink every time he says it's mint. Oh,
The bomb of the 70s.
Right.
Instead of saying the bomb, they say mint.
I did kind of expect that it was going to be that kind of movie going into it. Only knowing, because just knowing that of the kind of movie he wanted to make, an early style Spielberg movie. In those movies, you do have the father-son relationship. You do have,
The mouthy kids
close-knit
that act
group
like
of
real
friends.
kids instead of goody goodies.
yeah, exactly.
Pyro, you know.
Dude,
we gotta talk about that guy. We gotta talk about that
Yeah.
kid. The pyrotechnic kid was just awesome.
Yeah.
He's just like, there's one scene where they're asking the main kid, I can't remember who played him, if they can blow up his model train to kind of mesh it in with footage of the actual train crashing, and they go. And they're like, dude, can we blow up your train? Please let me blow it up.
Yeah.
He was definitely, like, all the kids were funny in their own right, but the pyro kid was
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Oh, yeah.
the comic
Yeah, he was
relief.
great.
Relief in that, yeah.
I do have to say the train crash was a little much.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, how did their car survive? Because the girl steals
Oh,
the
no.
dad's
Did
car.
anybody survive that shit?
Not even that, but it's just like
Takes
everything.
out the train station, but just skips over the car.
Like it was a little bit, it was a little too much. Like when it first starts, I was like, oh shit, and then it goes literally off the rails. You have cars shooting up into the air and shit, and all
Explosive
because
tanks.
all because it hit that
Yeah.
truck,
Yeah.
that pickup truck, and like it goes from before that, and like I said, for the most part, the movie is very, very classic Spielberg, but that train crash sequence, like all of a sudden it bumped up into Michael Bay territory. Like, they're dodging cars falling left and right, explosions. Holy shit. It's like, okay, well, all the main characters are dead. This is a short fucking movie.
Movie over.
Yeah. But that was just like a minor kind of thing. It was like, okay. Like, so when you compare it to, like, the train crash in The Fugitive, which is so much better because it looked real.
It's an actual train.
It's an actual fucking train.
Yeah.
It's an actual fucking train. But that was just a minor thing for me. What'd you guys think of the monster?
Oh, really cool. Really.
It looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing to write home to mom about. Like, it's
No.
you're not gonna be like,
Oh, I
my God,
texted
that's
her while I was in the theater.
Yeah,
I was
there
like,
you go.
Ma, you gotta see
But
this.
I wouldn't say it's the most original thing I've seen, but
No.
I mean, as a plot point, it worked fine.
It,
worked just
yeah,
fine.
it wasn't cartoonish or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's basically, you're not going to be blown away by what it looks like, because it looks like, it doesn't look exactly like the Cloverfield monster, but you looking at it, it's like, okay, well, this is the same people who made
See,
Cloverfield.
I don't understand, because, like, I wanted to research because someone mentioned to me, they're like, oh, no, it's supposed to be a prequel to Cloverfield.
I don't believe that.
And no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not true, because I did look it up briefly, and J.J. Abrams was like, no, I want it to be kind of a cross between Jaws and Close Encounters, which you get, like, that's got the feel of that. But, like,
with
it
the
doesn't
ending.
even really, well, that's just, what he was quoted as saying. You don't even get the feel of, oh, that's the Cloverfield monster.
no.
I don't understand where, and there's
Well-
literally forums of people arguing, be like, no, dude, it's the prequel.
It's,
blah,
no,
blah,
no,
blah. And
it's
like,
not the
no,
Cloverfield
it's
monster.
So not.
When you look at it in, like, maybe if you just see its shoulder and part of it or shit like that, sure, because it has.
It's more spider-like than.
Yeah, it is.
tentacle.
And
It is like
I was
that.
actually thinking that there was that one scene where they were looking at the footage from the Super 8 camera,
Yeah.
and I looked over at Brian. I go, was that a spider?
Yeah, it's
Giant spider.
it doesn't look exactly like the Cloverfield monster, but you can tell it's from the same people who made that. Like, if you were to look at part of the thing, you could think like it'll remind you of the Cloverfield monster, but when you look at it whole, not necessarily. I mean, it has.
It's more humanistic.
It is
aside
more
from-
humanistic,
It's like
yeah.
Spider humanistic hybrid
Oh,
versus
yeah.
like crazy tentacles everywhere.
And the face, you guys are gonna have to help me out with this, because when it shows the face of that thing, it looks like some creature that I've seen before in a movie, and I can't for the fucking
It'll
life
come
of
to you at like 4 a.m.
maybe.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, it looked like something. Like at the end when it really shows him like up close in the face, it looked like something. But I really like that scene though with him and the kid. It's interesting because it makes the monster sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
He's not good by all means, but I mean he's not Jaws. He's not the
Just
War of the World's
terrorizing
aliens. Yeah.
Thoughtless
bloodthirsty.
maniac.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing of it is that he, crashed and just wanted to rebuild his ship, and then all
Yeah.
the scientists take him and torture the shit out
Yeah.
of him, and so he basically,
He's sympathetic.
Hates humans, and then, but since they have like that Independence Day telepathy shit going on, where
Yeah.
anything he touches, they read each other's minds.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I understand you now.
Yeah, I mean it's causing some fucking mayhem. So this isn't E.T. by any means, but yeah, they make him sympathetic. Like, okay, this thing just really wants to get back home. They did some fucked up shit to him. He just wants to fucking leave.
That
So
one joke I made in the middle of it that I said something, and like you and Nick and a couple other people behind us started laughing.
You mean besides the Rock'em Sock'em Robots one? God damn it.
I did point out there was this one scene we're laughing at the fact that there's this movie coming out called Real Steel, and it's essentially Rock'em
we've talked
Sock'em
about that
Robots.
before.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where it's
It's the kids' room, and they show a bunch of games,
Yeah.
and it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
it's a prequel to Real Steel.
It's Hugh Jackman as a child, and he went through all this shit, and want to create robots to beat the
Exactly.
shit out of other robots.
That would be really silly.
They used the technology from the alien ship to create the robots.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the whole alien ship thing, and the the cubes and all that, and then the magnetism was kind of cool at the
Yeah.
end. But I didn't get the thing with the locket. Like, I mean, I got it, but it felt unnecessary because he carries around his mom died,
Yeah.
you know, at the beginning, and he's got the locket, and the magnetism starts to take it, and he holds it, and the locket opens, and there's like this whole moment of, you know, him seeing the picture, and he just like lets it go, and I'm like, your mom's still dead. You're a kid. You can hold on to your fucking locket.
Yeah,
and picture of her.
I
felt that was just like trying to tug at heartstrings.
Oh,
for
sure.
the sake of
That
it.
was.
I got why they did it. Like, I got why they did it. Like, okay, he's letting go.
I got
and
it
like,
too.
like
It just
I
felt
get
unnecessary.
it. I know what you mean. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know. I probably would have held on to that like for the
Right?
rest of my life.
I don't know if it was really unnecessary. I mean, that was him letting. It was basically symbolic of him letting go of his.
Oh, sure. That's exactly what it
yeah,
was. But that's
so-
something
But
that.
realistically, I mean, if you're like, oh crap, my locket, you're not gonna be like, oh, never mind, dead mom, I'm good without you. I mean,
It's something that not everyone would have done.
Well, and I think too, it's also symbolic of him trying to get closer to his dad too, because the whole time, he and his dad have not
Yeah.
been eye to eye, and it was
But
kind
he's
of one of
great
those
at it.
things where it's a moment he shares with his dad, like, and I don't think it was just
Right.
for him either. I think it was
Yeah.
the dad too. It's the kind of okay, let's
Oh,
let
yeah,
her
yeah.
go.
because he was
So we
closer
could-
to
yeah.
his mom than he was his dad.
So it's kind of, and they're both there standing together, and he just kind of lets it go. It's kind of symbolic. Okay, let's move on. You know, we're always going to carry her in our hearts, but let's
We
move
have to
on
carry her in a
together.
locket.
You know, let's form a bond that Mom and I shared. Let's form that together, and this is going to be the start of it. I
See-
think I
Well,
maybe
I
put
get
too
it.
much into it.
No, no, I get
It
it.
was there with the hugging and the I got you
Well,
in that moment. It was kind of
I
extra.
get it. I get why it's there,
Oh, I
but
get it too. I just felt-
it's
It was
Yeah.
a little much, I felt.
It is tugging at heartstrings.
Oh, well,
It is,
yeah.
but I mean,
It was really emotional. It worked for me. I got kind of choked up a little bit.
I don't know about you guys, but it made me cry.
Well, you cried at Kung Fu Panda too. What do you mean? She openly admitted
No,
that.
no. I did not cry, but I almost
came
cried.
Oh, okay, that's
But he
right.
cried when they
Close.
canceled Reba.
Wow, there's not much we can do about that. Don't worry, I got Manimal that I cry over its cancellation. It's all right. There was like a line or two that I probably could have done with. I'm not a fan of it when movies when they're set like in the past like this, but they have a couple of in jokes where like this takes place in '79, but it's obviously made in 2011, like the Walkman thing. Like when they go into, I think you went to the bathroom at that point. There's a part where the guy is wearing a Walkman, and the sheriff comes in, and
the store clerk?
Yeah,
Okay.
he says to the sheriff says to the store clerk, like, people just walking around carrying their stereos with them. I don't like that. That's a slippery slope, my friend. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. Can you just pretend like you were made in 1979?
Right.
I never cared. They do that like twice. They do that like twice. But it's that's always been like a
Something
joke
they
that I never.
always put in
They
nostalgic
always do that,
movies
and I
where it's
don't
like,
like it when they do
"Here
that.
it is."
I really don't like it when they do that. But they only do it like twice. They do it once before with the film, when he brings the film to be developed, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Can I get this the next day?" And he's like,
No,
"What?
do it next
24 hours? No one in the world can do that." It does it like seriously. That's the only two times. It
Although
does
to
it.
be fair, if you took Super 8 film to a video developer today, they probably wouldn't be able to get it done so fast because they'd have to track down the equipment. Take it to
It'd probably
Walgreens.
take them longer now.
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
then.
Take it to Walgreens. Develop this shit.
Here's a question. They whenever they found the cubes, they go, they're like Rubik's cubes. Were Rubik's cubes out in ’79?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Were they?
They
Okay.
were, they
Yeah.
were mid-70s, I think.
Yeah,
that kinda-
yeah.
Like you always, when you think of Rubik's cubes, you go to the you genuinely think of the '80s.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm not
that's-
sure if they were around in '79 or not. I mean, I guess. I mean, they talk about it. In,
I'm like 95% sure they were in the 70s, but I'm not 100%.
Should we Google it?
we'll find this shit out.
Well, what
That's
about
one for you
guys
kids at
talk this
home.
well, what about Pursuit of Happiness? Because Pursuit of Happiness was whenever the Rubik's cube first came out. Because while he was like trying to get his job at that investment firm, there was
see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I didn't see The Pursuit of Happiness, no.
Really?
No.
Oh.
What, you're surprised? not that I thought it looked bad, but it's not the kind of movie that
It's
that
a
I
good
usually...
movie.
I'm sure it is. It's just not the kind of movie...
Other movies in the movie.
I'm sure it's a fine movie, but it's not the kind of movie that I typically go see.
In fact, it's
I
the
recommend
funniest
it.
movie I've ever seen.
We want to do this officially.
What's
Sure,
that?
yeah.
What do we-
Ready?
iPhone out.
okay.
iPhone out.
Says the Rubik's Cube is a 3D mechanical puzzle invented in 1974.
Oh.
There
So
we
it
go.
would have been around for a while, and it would probably have still been a really big deal.
Yeah.
In 79, they're like, shit, this thing's fucking impossible. We're still saying today.
I solved one once.
Now you gotta look
I
up
was
Rock'em
drunk
Sock'em
and didn't know how
Robots
to
to be
do
sure.
it.
One time I solved it. It was...
It's fucking authenticity of the movie. This is
I was
bullshit.
working at a game store that sold Rubik's Cubes. I was really bored one day. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. 8 hours later, hey, my shift's over, and I finished a Rubik's Cube. It was a great day.
I had a buddy that could do it in under a minute and a half.
Oh, Jesus, I could
I
never do
saw
that.
it. It was
8
crazy.
hours, man.
Done.
I just peel the stickers off and put them back how they should be.
What trailers did we get? Zookeeper.
What we actually saw, there was quite a little moment there I had to go, and I'm surprised nobody else did because it was going for a while where it was just audio and no visual.
Oh,
so
that was
finally
so
I
good.
was like, and they're like, we'll go check on it.
We got Zookeeper, which
Transformers.
oh
Transformers
my fucking I love Sylvester Stallone so much, but I can't fucking go see Zookeeper. I can't fucking do it.
It
man.
really looks like fucking Night at the Museum meets Hitch.
That's not a good thing.
I'm not saying it looks good, but you know, for kids.
And plus, he's this whole thing like he's trying to get this girl back. It's like, dude. First of all, what is this? A sitcom? Like these two look really weird
I
together.
can kind of see the Hitch element, but more the Dr. Doolittle element.
Oh yeah. Well, like the fucking she dumped him for like being a zookeeper stuff. Like, dude, not
You're
worth
like
it, man.
a zookeeper.
Fuck that.
You know
What else did we
elements I
get?
found in that movie? Elements of complete shit.
Be a Stan Marsh, you cynic. Everything looks like shit to you now.
Oh, that movie does look like shit. What else did we get? We got
Transformers 3.
America.
Looks like reheated
Captain
shit.
America. We got Captain America, which looks like maybe alright. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used
Cowboys
to
and Aliens.
skinny
Cowboys and
CG
Aliens.
Chris Evans.
I'm never gonna see that trailer again without getting mad.
Yeah, dude, he was getting mad because I was like, he's going to go see Smurfs that midnight show.
Neil Patrick Harris.
okay,
Those
man.
those two are.
It's okay, man.
And they agreed to it before realizing that what came out opposite that was Cowboys and Aliens.
What did you learn?
So the Cowboys and Aliens trailer comes up and he gets so upset. I lean over to him. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be so good. Oh my god. I wish
You asshole. I'm like, God damn it, man. Really?
it's gonna be so good. I wish you guys would be there. Oh my god.
you know, you guys have to like paint yourselves blue to
That's
go
what
see
I was
Smurfs.
telling you.
It's even worse now because now like we all know that everything's gonna be a midnight show. With Judy fucking Moody having a goddamn midnight show. Now it isn't one of those things like, oh man, I might have to go see the Smurfs
Oh,
if they show one. But yeah, now it's like
Harry
okay.
Potter. That was the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Camping movie part 2, which is supposed to be less camping and more
Twilight.
action.
What'd you
We
say?
got the
Is it
Twilight one.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's a
Twilight, yeah.
H?
Oh,
H-
man,
that's
fucking
a-
HP7P2 3D. I'm all about that shit.
Maybe that was the joke. Maybe that was the joke. During
HP7
no,
P2 3D?
During the Twilight trailer, he gets the he gets the invitation to the wedding, and he like takes off his shirt and starts walking off. I go, he got so mad he took off his shirt.
Well, I'm just glad that
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
has to buy tickets because it says we're all invited. So they'd be like, I was invited.
Oh man, I'm not gonna like that movie. I don't like going to weddings.
We bring the gift of laughter.
All right. Well, my final thought on Super 8 is that it's a fantastic fucking movie. The past 2 weeks we've had really damn good movies. Before that, not really that so much.
Now you curse
Summer's
yourself,
getting
you're gonna hate
better. Summer's getting. We've at least had a couple of good ones here. X-Men and Super 8. This one, God, fucking great movie. If you miss fucking classic Spielberg, you're gonna dig this one.
And it's not a remake.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
How about you?
I agree. In fact, I'm going to go even farther to say Oscar worthy if this doesn't get nominated.
It's gonna get nominated
If
for
it-
Oscars.
I guess in the highly unlikely chance that it doesn't get nominated, I will be shocked.
Well, they have the 10 nominees, this year. So regardless if it's in the top 5 or the bottom 5, it's going to get nominated for Best Picture. I'll bet this gets nominated. So far, it deserves it.
Yeah.
We're only 6 months into
When
the
do
year.
they cut off when they stop nominations? Because I know certain movies made in the same year, there's like a cutoff
I
between.
think it just goes whatever in 2011 we'll get.
Okay, because I thought there was like a cutoff if it was made like late 2011, it's considered next year.
No, because
I think it cuts off like the following year. It's like you're right. There is a cutoff, but I'm not sure.
there is.
It's got to be film. It's got to be shown in LA by a certain point.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
So it can be on next year's ballot. Otherwise, it'll be on the following year. So
some movies come like late December, will have just like an LA, New York screening just so they can be eligible. What about you? Your final thought on it?
honestly, I gotta say, best movie thus far of the ones
Ever
we've seen.
in the entire
ever.
universe.
Best movie
Greatest
ever.
movie.
This and
ever.
Pirates 4 really close.
Oh, Jesus. But no, I really enjoyed the just straight up just coming of age, added with alien encounter.
I liked seeing Ron Eldard in a movie again.
And I love the Dan Castellaneta
Yeah.
cameo in it. That was great.
Yeah, that
I
was
like,
awesome
"Sweet,
with that
Homer's in
toupee.
this." But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. It was, like I said, well done. I don't really think there's anything
Give it
I
a
can
golf
really
clap.
nitpick.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing, like, aside from what you're talking about
Aside from
the
that,
jokes.
which doesn't take away my enjoyment of the
no,
movie.
I mean, it was one of those things. Even those I could get a chuckle out of. But I mean, yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot to nitpick about on it. So yeah, really good movie.
What about you, sweetie?
Super 8, super great. No, it was very enjoyable and what?
Ben Lyons all of a sudden. I'll show you when we get home. He's not
Dude,
good.
it's like it's freaking 2:40 in the morning. I'm punchy as hell. I normally go to bed like 9ish, wake up at 6, no matter what time I go to bed. So I'll most likely be up at
This is
6 or
all
7
our
in the
Friday
morning.
mornings the
Well,
past month.
That's why I don't go to midnight showings a lot unless
love
I
midnight
really want to
showings.
see the movie. So I was a little concernicus because since the previews didn't show you so much, I didn't know exactly what to expect. And sometimes you look at a preview and you're like, this is gonna suck, and you're like, oh, it wasn't bad, and then you really look forward to something and then you just despise it. So I'm glad that it was enjoyable all the way through.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
damn
there
good.
weren't really any lagging parts.
No, I didn't think so.
The only thing, like, if you nitpick is, the train scene went on a little long, but that's nitpicking.
Even that, yeah, it's
Even
like-
then, it was still like, kablah, but
Yeah.
nothing was like, okay, let's get on with it. So it's rare to see in these days.
Yeah, excellent movie. So see you guys next week.